That night was supposed to be peaceful. I had just tucked my son, Daniel, into bed after reading him his favorite story when the house settled into silence. My husband was working the late shift, so it was just the two of us. The neighborhood had been tense for weeks because of Karen, the head of the HOA. She had been harassing us ever since we moved in, complaining about our lawn, our mailbox color, even the way Daniel laughed while playing outside. But nothing could have prepared me for what happened that night. Around midnight, I heard faint scratching noises coming from the living room. At first, I thought it might be the wind, but when the sound grew louder, my heart began to race. I tiptoed down the hallway, and that's when I froze. Through the dim moonlight, I saw a figure crawling through my window. My blood ran cold when I realized it was her. Yes, Karen, our HOA nightmare, was literally breaking into my home. But what could she possibly want? Before I could make a sound, Daniel's voice pierced the silence. He had woken up and spotted the shadow moving across the room. Without hesitation, he pressed the panic button on the security panel, the one we had taught him to use only in an emergency. Instantly, the alarm blared. Lights flashed and Karen screamed like she'd seen a ghost. She stumbled halfway through the window, her leg tangled in the curtain as the siren echoed across the neighborhood. Daniel came running to me, clutching my hand, his little body trembling, yet his bravery shining through. The neighbors' lights flicked on one by one, and within minutes, police sirens wailed down the street. Karen was still trying to untangle herself when officers stormed into the yard. But here's the question. What drives a woman to such madness that she'd crawl through someone else's window in the dead of night? Was it obsession, control, or something darker? The officers pulled her out, handcuffing her on the spot as she shouted excuses about checking for HOA violations. The neighbors, many of whom had witnessed her bullying before, shook their heads in disbelief. Daniel looked up at me with wide eyes and whispered, "Did I do the right thing, Mom?" I hugged him tight, tears running down my cheeks, and told him he had just saved us both. Karen, once so powerful in the daylight with her HOA clipboard and threats, was now humiliated in flashing red and blue lights, exposed for everyone to see. That night, my little boy became my hero, and Karen's reign of fear over the neighborhood ended with the sound of an alarm, set off by the smallest yet bravest member of our family.